Good afternoon, folks. Robert Chappell here, Executive Editor of Madison365 with your daily update for today, Monday, June 6th. I said Monday. That means it is Metcalf's Monday. And Metcalf's, as you may be aware by now, is a family-owned fourth-generation market in Madison at the Hilldale Mall and behind the Westtown Mall. And also they have a store in Wauwatosa at 68th and State. It is June, which means it is Dairy Month, and Metcalf's is excited to celebrate Dairy Month and invite you to explore Wisconsin-made cheese, butter, milk, yogurt, ice cream, and more. Stop by and or you can order anytime online at shopmetcalfs.com, and we appreciate Metcalf's and their support of local community nonprofit journalism here at Madison365. So let's talk COVID numbers real quick. It's kind of a mixed bag again today. The 7-day average of new cases is steady basically since Friday. It's gone up and down a little bit, but it was 1,764 on Friday. It is now 1,736. Okay, so down slightly, but basically steady. Hospitalizations also relatively steady. We have 3 more people hospitalized than we did yesterday, but like 20 fewer than we did on Friday, right? So that's good. 395 is the current number. It was 417 on Friday, so that's a dip over the weekend, but it's 3 more than it was yesterday. Okay, but it's also 22 more than a week ago. So it's kind of been relatively steady in the past week. 62 of those are in the ICU, which is down by 2 since yesterday. 7-day average of deaths confirmed is still at 6. It was at 5 yesterday. It was basically between 4 and 6 all of last week. So again, that remains steady. It's getting higher than I want it to be. It was in the 30s in January. It was, during the beta surge back in November of 2020, it got to 100 at one point per day. So we're now at 13,037 confirmed deaths in the state of Wisconsin. The one number that's the best news today is the percentage of positive tests dropped sharply. It was 14.0 yesterday. Today's 13.2. 13.2 is still very high. We want it to be below 3. But this number has been steadily, slowly rising, and then steadily, slowly falling, and then rising again a little bit. So to drop almost a full percentage point from Friday to today is very good. So that's coming down. What that usually means is that we've had more testing, right? You had a holiday weekend. All 3 of those days from the holiday weekend are now out of the 7-day average, right? So we're getting back to a higher level of testing that has been happening in the past 7 days, which drives that percentage down. So that's pretty decent news there. So that's the COVID situation. Again, this is the slightly annoying part of watching the numbers every day, like we do, is that you get days like today where nothing really big changes. Doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel fine. Doesn't feel bad. It's just hard to kind of tell what's happening. So get your booster, mask up if you feel like you need to, and just be kind to each other, I guess, is the main thing. So we're going to take a short pause, and we'll come back with more news for you from Madison365.org right after this word from Madison College.
Apply yourself this summer. At Madison College, we encourage you to be your truest self. You're a trendsetter. Whether it's the clothes you're wearing, the music you're listening to, or the new game you're playing, you're into it first. Friends and family seek your advice because you're a natural-born leader. For you, life is all about taking things to the next level. And at Madison College, we can't wait to see what you do. Apply yourself this summer.
All right, thanks for sticking with us. Alderman Brian Benford from the 6th District has proposed, he's a member of the Equal Opportunities Commission, and he has proposed a resolution that would, through the EOC, create a Truth and Reconciliation work group. He understands those are weighty words, right? Truth and reconciliation came out what happened after apartheid, right? Choose those words intentionally to form a work group to address the racial disparities and the long-term historic harm that has been done by 2 Black people in Madison. So only got 3 co-sponsors for that resolution, which is unusual. Usually there's more people will sign on to something like that. So that'll be up for a vote tomorrow night. You can learn more about the resolution, actually read the text of the resolution at Madison365.org right now. If you want to pay attention to that, I'll be watching the meeting tomorrow night, and we'll see what happens there. Also today in the news, Dr. Cassandra Bowers has been named the executive director of All in Wisconsin, which is an organization based in Milwaukee that's working with advocates and activists to help create better communication strategies, better narratives, and use the power of communication for social good and social change. And she's been doing that communications work at All in Wisconsin since early this 2021, and is now taking the step up to become the executive director of that organization. That story, as well as on Madison365.org right now. And exciting news from the Boys and Girls Club of Dane County. Their all-white party happens every July. This year it's July 16th, and it's always been a good fundraiser for the Boys and Girls Club. It's raised about $125,000 every year. And this year they're going all in and taking it to the next level and trying to raise $500,000 by bringing in the one, the only Gladys Knight, and also Drew Hill for the after party. And After 7 is another band that's going to be opening for Gladys Knight. We're going to have some local acts as well. Madison365 is a media sponsor of this event. You should know that. But it should be really, really fantastic. Tickets go on sale Friday. They range from $45 to $300. All the money goes to support the Boys and Girls Club programming for kids, and all their stuff they've always been doing. They have it tops in the schools, the childcare, all the advocacy and they do for children, but also they're adding this workforce development piece, right? They're opening a regional workforce development center next year on the far west side of Madison. So a lot of the money is going to go to support that programming as well. And that story, as well as on Madison365.org. And come Friday, we will have the link on our website to where you can get tickets. Okay, so watch for that on Friday. And I think that is it for today. That's all the news I have for you. Have a wonderful evening. It's a nice one out, so enjoy it. And we'll be back tomorrow with more news for you. Listen to the podcast in the morning. It's only 10 minutes podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever LinkedIn. You can find us there. And until then, have a wonderful evening. We'll talk to you soon.
This is 365 Media.